to me. So
yes,
you don't
I heard
for
you.
anything tomorrow except gas. Pickles, it's not funny.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are at Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum for the Hammer Down Racing Series, Xfinity Series race at Bristol Motor Speedway. Just joining me in the booth tonight is Biker OG. How you doing, Biker?
I'm doing, brother. How you doing, Canute?
Not too bad. You ready for a night full of fantastic short track racing?
I think it should be an awesome fucking race tonight. I'm sorry I cussed there. I shouldn't be doing that.
Yep, broadcast has started, my friend.
But, yeah, it's going to be a real good race tonight. These guys have practiced really hard. I think you're going to see some good racing, some tight racing here at Bristol. You know, the old stadium track. Give you guys a little information about Bristol here. It is concrete. Just over a half mile at 0.533 miles. It has 4 turns with banking on the turns from 24 to 28 degrees and 5 to 9 degrees. Front stretch 4 to 8 degrees and back stretch says no banking. Yeah, we're going to have some tight race here tonight. Canute, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, I think that things are going to get very physical tonight, and I am looking forward to seeing what these Xfinity Series guys can bring to us. Doesn't look like that we're going to have Glad Bump racing tonight. Unfortunately, he's feeling a little under the weather, so we hope that he feels better. And going forward into Saturday night's race at Eldora Speedway for the Truck Series. Yeah, just waiting on some invites. I'm going to sending.
We should be getting them. I talked to the guys. I ran a little bit with them earlier and expressed that we needed at least 2 or 3 invites apiece, maybe.
Yep. So we've had some pretty busy. Had some pretty busy action going on as of late here. As far as the racing series has gone so far. Excuse me a second.
Yeah, we'll get right back around to that in just a moment when Canute gets back on here. It's going to be a real good race, believe me. So sit back, grab your popcorn, grab your beer, grab her, grab whatever you have to grab, sit back, get ready to relax, and enjoy some great short track racing from the stadium, which is known as Bristol. Just a few minutes, folks. Just a few minutes. Hang in there.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, we got
okay.
We got a lot of action that's been going on lately. Richmond was a fairly clean race last week. That 90 car of Happy. He put on a pretty dominating performance, but Playboy Icy just snuck in last week and just kind of stole it from him. What do you think the chances are of seeing something like that happening this week?
Well, I'll tell you what. Like I said, Bristol is a real epitome of what short track is. Because I don't like the flat short tracks. You can go faster here. And because of that, there could be some trouble with people going, on the low side and the high side and getting into each other. And when push comes to shove, you're going to see people pushing some people out of the way when we get down to the last few laps, I guarantee you.
Yeah, Bristol being very physical as it is. You also got to think about it's no longer a one-lane racetrack on the bottom. It feels like it's a one-lane racetrack up on top. And looking at the fastest laps for the week so far, Forensic actually has the fastest lap of the week for the Xfinity Series. He put in a lap time of 15.767. THC Drip, or Rye as we know him, he's second fastest on no, excuse me, that's for the day. Rye is second fastest. Jim Milton's up there. U.S. Trek Enterprise, he's up there as well. Filski running with them.
Hey, I can tell you this, Canute. When we practiced, there was probably 9 of us, and probably 7 of them were in the 15-7s.
Yep, I see that.
So it's going to be a real banger up front, let me tell you.
Jeremy.
Okay, so hopefully we're going to get started here in a couple of minutes and bring you the show that is known as Hammer Down Racing Series. I'd like to take a moment, give Mina Mint out a little shout out up there in Canada, a little sponsor of ours that has some very unique things. So MinaPeach.com is their address. You can go check them out. They have some unique things. Chocolate Harry Potter frogs, amongst others. And another sponsor I'd like to talk about is Diamond Gems Automotive Service. They're out of Flint, Michigan out there. Another wonderful sponsor of ours. What's going on, Jim? How you doing out there, buddy? Another sponsor, Vic's Barbecue and Pizza, also out there in Flint. Hey, we dig you guys at Vic's, and we really appreciate all our sponsors out there. We just had to give them a good shout out.
Yeah, thank you for that, Biker. Thank you to all of our sponsors who help us put on this broadcast for the Hammer Down Racing Series here on HDRS2. Thank you to them for sponsoring Hammer Down and help us put on a great show for you folks out there. So this half-mile bull ring, just waiting on some invites here still. I'm actually kind of surprised that oh, there we go, invite coming in, but yeah, waiting on some very physical action here. Kind of surprised that it's running so far behind schedule tonight.
Well, yeah, you know, sometimes that's just the way it is.
And then just waiting for us to get the word joined now. So, Biker, you've been practicing with them. Who would you say your pick to win tonight is?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'll start out with THC Drip, U.S. Trek Enterprises, Playboy Icy, Jim
that's
Milton.
the word join.
Blue sky, smiling at me. Nothing but
Exciting up here, let me tell you. So yeah, so basically tonight we're going to run the Food City 150 at Bristol.
That's right. 125 laps of short track racing coming at you here. This field gets loaded up. I did a little practice in the Cup Series car. I imagine that the fuel mileage distance is the same for Xfinity, right around about 55, 56, 57 laps of estimated fuel. So.
Yeah, they're going to have plenty of fuel to go on.
All right, so getting ready to start this race. Looks like Rise out front. Is that Death Before Dishonor out? No, that's not Death, but that's
But that's Hardwick out there. Yeah, that's Hardwick.
That's right. So green flag is out.
And behind Hardwick there, you got Lando, and behind Lando, I think you have Jim Milton, and then you have U.S. Trek Enterprise. It's going to be an exciting race here, folks.
And
hang on.
It looks like Harvick is out in front. So Harvick leads Rye, Lando, and Icy there in the 4th spot in that Toyota Supra. And then I believe that would be Trek Enterprise in the 5th spot there now. And the number 61 machine.
That is the 5. I didn't realize that was a 5. I thought it was a 9.
Nope.
Oh, we got a little wall there.
Yeah, he did get up into the wall. That's all right. Well, he was close enough. Shouldn't have
who's in
any
front
damage.
Of him there?
That would be Lando in the 68
well,
machine.
Well, Lando got in the wall. That's what happened. And then Playboy or whatever followed suit.
Tight racing among the top 4 here. Essentially, you are waiting to see who makes a mistake for you to make a pass, with everyone basically running the same line right around the top of this racetrack here. Oh, Lando got up in the wall again. And here comes Playboy Icy trying to make a move down on the inside. Is it going to make it stick heading into 3? Oh, excuse me, that was 1. I apologize. And Playboy was able to make the move on Lando going into 3 and 4. So move Playboy Icy up into that 3rd spot. And now Rye's making a move on Harvick, Alpha 2, after Harvick got into the wall. So move Rye up into the lead.
Yeah, we now have THC Drip, Harvick, Playboy Icy, and Lando Extendo, the top 4 that are moving away from the rest of the pack. You know, you got to love these night races here. Would you want to go to Bristol and it not be a night race? Talk to me about that. Canute, he's dead air, ladies and gentlemen, so I'll talk to you about it. You know, we're at nighttime, so nighttime the track's going to be cooler. Things are going to grip a little better. You might have to make some minor changes compared to the daytime when the track's hotter, cars are looser. If they have these cars tightened up for daytime, they're going to realize real quick they're going to have to loosen them up a little bit here at nighttime.
Yeah, sorry.
So right now we still have the Rev out front. We have Playboy Icy right on his tail as Hardvick had kind of gone up against the wall about a lap and a half earlier and lost a couple positions. But right now you have Icy fighting with THC Drip with Lando Extendo and Hardvick 3rd and 4th respectively.
Yep, that's right. Watching the battle here for the lead as Rye's trying to hold off a move from Playboy Icy here. Taking a look back from Rye as they come onto the backstretch and now into 3 and 4. And here comes Playboy Icy taking a peek, going through 4, not quite able to make it happen as he falls back in line, heading back into turns 1 and 2.
That car's hot.
Cycling around, checking out any other battles we got going on here. Looks like we've got a little bit of action going on.
Looks like we've got somebody on the inside wall.
Oh, yep, that's Mikey Danman Sr. in the 98.
Couldn't see who it was.
Well, I wonder if he's facing some troubles that a lot of people potentially could struggle here. You put in a setup, you think that it's going to be solid, and then come to find out about quarter of the way through the run, it starts to get loose on you, and it gets loose on you fast.
Yeah, and it really gets loose on you coming out of 2, and a lot of people lose it there and go nose to the infield wall. You're absolutely correct. Right now, it looks like Lando Extendo is getting under Icy and thinking about taking 2nd place away from him, with Hardwick still trying to make up the distance he lost when he touched the wall a few laps ago. Well, Lando didn't quite make it. Icy's been able to keep himself out in front of Larry's Chevrolet, I guess you call him. I'm not sure exactly who Larry is, but Larry Chevrolet. Oh, Lando, what is that drink he drinks? Larry's
it's a hard lemonade.
It's a hard lemonade. That's what it is. Larry's hard lemonade. I was trying to read it because I really wasn't sure. So, yeah, you got him out here. He was doing some challenging. I think he felt it'd be better that he didn't wear on his tires like that, trying to race lap after lap underneath Playboy Icy, because Playboy Icy didn't look like he was giving anything up. So I think he just decided to settle back behind him. Have Hardwick back there. He's dropped back a little bit since he was trying to make a comeback from touching the wall. But not doing bad. He's right in the hunt just like everybody else. There's a long race to go. US Trek, I believe, is still behind Hardwick there. And what these guys are doing are actually putting a pretty good show on for you, because this is a tight racetrack and a lot of funny things could happen. But tonight these guys are showing you exactly, you know, how to race here. It's a beautiful thing.
You know, I'm kind of surprised that Dark Knight isn't in this race, but I guess we will just have to suffer without seeing who's leading and how many laps is running. So we'll just have to try and make our
Well, and that's
best guess
because
here.
usually Dark and Happy run in this race, remember?
Yep.
Neither one of them are in it tonight. So the only stream you would have if you want to get on it is THC Drip Stream.
Biker,
These
you're
guys
gonna
up
have to,
front
yeah,
now.
you're gonna have to cover here for a little bit. I will be back as soon as I can.
No worries. Right now we have some real tight racing up front. You know, we still have a drip out front with Icy. Oh, Icy goes to the inside, loses a little bit of control of it. I don't know if he got a little bumper push or if he just kind of oversteered into two. But now you have Lando Extendo trying to hunt down THC Drip with Icy trying to recover from his little spout on the infield there. And as we work our way back through the pack, we can see that back here with Forenzi, he's with a group of 5 cars doing his thing in the 22. And that's what we got going on here. We got Stag as the looking to me to be the 6th car in this race right now, because he's behind US Trek Enterprise. And then you have the Filsky in the 1, who's trying to hold on in the middle of this group, with Forensic and Jim Milton behind Filsky. These guys are running pretty close together, with Shady Acres taking up the tail. But up at the front, those 3 are still charging out, and it looks like right now that we just have THC Drip and Lando Extendo. I'm wondering if Playboy Icy decided to go ahead and take a pit, because that is going to be a little bit of strategy here, especially with how fast you go with fresh tires and for how long you can do it. But it looks like US Trek has taken over the group in the back and moved out in front of the 8 of Stag and the 1 of Filsky, who has the 22 of Forensic coming up behind him. Looks like Hardvick is all of a sudden having a hard time back there. But that's all right. It's all good. These guys got a long race. Any one of these guys can still be up there in the winner's circle, believe me. They all have great cars. Okay, it looks like Playboy Icy is in the pits and probably servered out. I know we were trying to run some laps earlier, about 3 o'clock today, and he kept serving out. And that's the number 8 of Stag, spinning on the front stretch and taking somebody with him. I'll try to see who it is.
That was Stag in the 8. I was following along with him. Unfortunate for Stag there.
Oh, and here we have Hardvick. Hardvick's been having a real hard time. He's been getting loose. He has a great short run car, but when you get some laps behind it, it's getting really loose. He's going to have to do something to tighten that up a little bit.
I think Harvick
not to mess it up on the...
I think
What's
Harvick
that?
may have been factoring in the fact that he believed that Bristol was going to have some frequent cautions. And, of course, history in the Xfinity series shows that there's not a lot of cautions in this series.
Well,
so,
you know, it's kind of like rolling the dice, right?
mm-hmm.
Let me see what I can do to get me a real fast car. And if for some reason we got a NASCAR overtime at the end of this race, I could possibly have the winner.
Lead change up front. Looks like Lando has given the lead back to Rye in the 08. So put the
And they're
08 back
coming
in
up
the lead.
upon a lap car right now.
Yep, that's right. That's a 98 of Mikey Dan Mann Sr. So
well,
they're
I
probably
hope
getting
they're all
frustrated.
communicating. I hope they're all communicating.
Whoa!
They can tell them where they want to come. They take them 3 wide. Drips into the wall. Lando's into the lead. Was that the end of the first stage?
I think that was the end of the stage. Because the leaders are slowing down, but Mikey Danman is still going. So
sure, he's going to get that last lap in.
Yeah, I think
stops him.
I think Lando won that stage.
Oh, it was close, huh?
Yes, it was.
Real close. We'll have to see what happens here.
So these guys will be making adjustments during their pit stops, probably putting in a little bit of fuel. And I would imagine that 4 tires all the way around is the way to go.
Oh, yeah. You want the grip, because once you know, like you're saying, they get how many laps to a gas tank? Gas?
Right around 57 is what it's estimated in a Cup car at 3 times tire wear, and I imagine it's probably the same in the Xfinity.
So they just ran 2/3 of a gas run, so their tires are probably in their 40s at least.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you put on some new rubber on there, get them new shoes on them cattle, and let's rock those horses.
Getting set to go back to green flag racing. Lando leads in front of, that's US Track Enterprise on the top side.
Yes, it is.
And then there's Filski there in the 1
and
and 3rd.
on the bottom. I'm sure that's where, Filski thought if he could get up by the lead cars, that he had a very good car and could race with them. So we're getting a chance to see if that's going to come to fruition or not, because the first stage there, he was back in the middle of the pack most of the time.
Now the question is if Filski can use or has a good finish here, will he be able to use that car setup and translate it over into the Cup Series race here tomorrow night? 250 laps for the Hammer Down Racing Cup Series.
That Cup race is going to be something, let me tell you. And if you're really enjoying this racing right here, because I'm telling you, this is some good, clean, hard racing, you're really going to enjoy the Cup Series tomorrow night just as much, I guarantee you. Look at these 4 up front right now.
Yep, Lando is pulling away, but US Track Enterprises is trying to hold off a battle between Filski and Rye. Then you've got the 47 right there of Harvick, and then there's a 22 machine. I didn't see who that. Oh, that's Forensic.
That's
in the 22.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did we lose somebody?
We lost IC while you were gone. Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, there's the number 9 into Shady Acres, and put Shady Acres in the wrong pit entrance.
Oh no. Oh,
number
tough
9
break for the 39 machine.
Put Shady Acres in.
I don't think that Jim meant to do that, but that is a tough break for the 39 machine. He's now a lap down. But I do believe that the good news for him is he might, well, I guess it really depends. Well, yeah, he might be in the lucky dog position right now.
We'll have to see.
Or, excuse me, free pass position.
Yeah, we'll have to see. That'd be a good thing, Right now, looks like Filski's dropped way back off the pace. No, that isn't Filski. I'm sorry. I was looking at Stag's car, wondering what's he doing back here.
Yep.
Similar looking, Stag's and Filski's. Anyway,
I can't remember if Stag went a lap down after that spin.
This race has been pretty exciting so far, and it's been really tight. And now I'm wondering, and I'm sure everybody else is wondering, Lando, what did you do during your pit stop? What could have you possibly done during your pit stop for him to get this much of a gap on him this early into the stage?
I'm not so sure if his car is just that much better than the rest of the field. The 22 is around. That's Forensic.
Yes, it is.
He got into a couple of other people.
Did he? I didn't see the other people.
He got into a who was right behind him there? But yeah, he got into the wall and collected another car. But It doesn't look like that's going to bring out a caution, at least not immediately. I believe that was Stagg that was behind him.
In the 8 car?
Yeah.
The orange and white?
Yep. I think he may have gotten a piece of it along with Jim Milton in the 9.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, it's hard to say for sure. I'm wondering if my connection might have seen something that theirs didn't. Or,
I'm
yeah,
not sure, but boy, U.S. Trek and Rye are racing really hard for it.
that's right.
And Filski's trying to race pretty hard with him. He's a little bit back, but, you know, I don't know. On a short track like this, if you just have a faster car, you just have a faster car. Now, what happens is, most times, the guy with the fastest car, he can't control it for the whole gas run. His tires wear, his car starts getting loose, so I'm waiting to see if these guys can reel Lando back in.
Oh, little contact there between the 08 and the 61.
That didn't help him.
Rye is through, and Filski's up in the 3rd spot, so moves Trek Enterprise back into 4th. And he's going to have to try and see if he can make his way back up through this field. Excuse me. Trying to make his way back up past Filski and Rye for the 2nd spot. But now we'll see what Rye's car is really made out of. I feel like that
you never know.
Enterprise's car may have been holding up the 08.
Well, the way it looks right now, he might have been holding up a couple people, right?
He may not necessarily
and that's the 22 into the pits.
Okay, so Forensic makes a pit stop. Probably making an adjustment to his car, or his car is just so loose that he can't hang on to it. Meanwhile, I'm watching this battle here between the 08 and the 1, Rye and Filski, respectively. You've got U.S. Trek Enterprise right there. Stagg's rolling through this field too, and that's also reeled in the 47 of Harvick there, Biker. So that's, you've got yourself a gaggle of 6 cars now, including Jim Milton, all battling for that 2nd position on back. Oh, there's Harvick almost wrecked it coming off of turn 2, but he's able to gather it back in. So now move Filski up into the 2nd position, Rise back to 3rd. Trek Enterprise is still holding on to the 4th spot, trying to hold off the 8 of Stagg. Move the 9 of...
Oh,
there
no,
goes
oh,
Trek.
no, oh, no. He's come back up. He's knocked Stagg to the wall, but recovered easily. So, am I surprised to see Filski out in front of THC Drip trying to pull away and go find Lando?
Little
he
contact
just got
with
the
the
wall right there.
All right, give me another second. I'll be right back again there, Biker.
No worries. Go and do what you got to do. Right now, I'm just watching this exciting race on the front part of my seat, waiting to see who in these group of 4 behind Filski and THC Drip, which one of them are going to be able to catch them, because you got Stagg out in front of that group right now. U.S. Trek, Jim Milton in there. We'll just have to wait and see. But for the moment, I'll just let you folks kick back and watch some racing without having to listen to me. How about that? I'll be back in a few moments. If you're just tuning in, this is HDRS Season 5 Xfinity Series race at the stadium often known as Bristol. Right now we have just finished Stage 2. Lando Extendo taking that stage. We're going to have to see about the other results.
Yeah, he just ran away with that.
I really didn't know. The forensic, I think, was a lap car trying to get his lap back on fresher tires, I believe. I believe it was THC Drip in second and Filski in third.
That's correct.
Stagg in fourth.
So, wow, what a dominating performance so far by Lando there.
Well, I'll tell you what. These other guys don't figure it out. He's going to run away with it.
And I think that this stage is long enough that there should be, if it goes green, that is, there should be a green flag pit stop here.
Be a beautiful thing.
By the way, I was wrong about the laps here. It is a 300 lap event, so there should, well, actually, no, it is 250 laps in the game, isn't it? Even though it's advertised as 300 on the broadcast here.
Well, yeah, the Food City 300 here at Bristol is 300 laps.
Okay, so then half distance,
So,
the
would be
Xfinity Series,
150
yeah,
laps.
would be 150 laps. So I apologize for that. So we're back to green flag racing. Lando is trying to hold off Rye as they come off of turn 4. Filski there in third. Jim Milton has made his way up into the fourth spot. Where here comes Rye taking a look down on the inside. He's not quite there yet. Lando trying to hold that high line. Rye taking another look down low. Filski and Jim Milton still there in third and fourth. And it looks like the 22 of Forensic, I can't tell if he's just made his way up through the field that quickly and his car is that good, or if he is in a position on the lead lap, because if he...
I'm not sure.
If he is on the lead lap, he's got one heck of a car tonight. And if he isn't on the lead lap, he made his way through the field really quickly on that restart and back up to fifth on the racetrack. Speaking of stage endings and cautions and restarts, the real NASCAR series is at COTA this weekend, and the Cup Series for the first time in 7 years, I believe. Not doing any stage breaks. Trying that out, but awarding stage points at certain points throughout the race. So here's to hoping that that goes on with great success, great reception, and maybe they'll be able to implement that into oval racing here soon.
You never know. What do you think about that? Do you think that'd be a better idea?
I think it would be a better idea. In fact, that's what I was hoping for from the start when they announced stages. That's what sports car racing does, is they award points at certain points of the race, and they don't throw cautions to bunch everyone back up. They just let it be as natural as possible.
They just let it go.
Exactly. So looking forward to seeing how that plays out this weekend at Circuit of the Americas out in Austin, Texas.
Did THC Drip figure something out? Or is Lando just relaxing, trying to save his tires?
That's a good question. Again, I feel like the 61 machine of U.S. Trek Enterprises just not quite as good as Rise was, and just got stuck. Rye just got stuck behind the 61 machine there in stage 2 and just allowed Lando to pull away from him. So really, I think we're seeing the strength of the 08 car right now, and showing that he and Lando are right on par with each other as far as for fastest cars on the racetrack. In fact, Rise might just be a little bit faster in that purple number 08 machine.
You know, But now I'm watching Forensic make his way back up again.
Yeah, Forensic now third on the racetrack. He actually might be back. There wasn't a caution while I was gone that second time, was there?
Not that I'm aware of.
So then, yeah, if the 22 did make a pit stop, 22 either just made it back on the lead lap, or he's still one extra lap down and is just that freaking fast. Again, Forensic was fastest on the daily leaderboard in the Xfinity series. And I think he was fastest. 22 got loose coming off of 2 there. But yeah, that 22 car is stupid fast. Excuse me, turn 4. Man, these laps go by so fast, it's hard to tell sometimes what corner is what.
1 and 2 right now.
Yep. Still watching this battle for the lead, as it is probably, I'm not going to say that it isn't the most important battle, but it's definitely the fiercest battle on the racetrack right now, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, and remember when we were closing out stage 2 there, you had, besides Drip and Lando, you had a whole different set of cars there.
That's right.
Right? You had Filsky, you had Stagg, you had a couple other people that were up there at the front that, where are they now?
They have drifted back by the looks of things. I believe that's Stagg back there. That's Filsky. He's gotten into the wall at some point.
Had to have.
Yep. And it looks like we have lost another car on the racetrack. Looks like Harvick has lagged out at some point. As looks like the battle for the lead is starting to heat up again.
That 22 to the inside wall.
I heard that as I was watching the battle between Lando and Rye there, as they come off of the backstretch back into turns 3 and 4. Yep.
So that leaves the always dangerous Jim Milton in pursuit now. Right? Is that who number 9 is?
That's correct. Jim Milton and the Noah Gragson number 9 machine. JR Motorsports Chevrolet Camaro. I don't think he quite has as good of a car as Lando, and I think Lando may have gotten into the wall there.
He did. He did. He bounced off the wall there in 2.
I'm going to cycle around to the view looking back from Lando towards Rye. And, yeah, these guys are fairly equal by the looks of things. And, again, you never know whether or not Lando might just be holding up the 08 of Rye.
You know, I was just thinking that Lando's relaxing back a little bit. He's not trying to rip it up. Rye's realizing what he's doing. It's okay with him. You notice he hasn't tried to make one move on him at any point, but he's been right on his bumper a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean, and I hope these guys practice getting onto pit road, because if this goes green, these guys are going to have to get in there, and if you make a little mistake getting onto pit road, you can lose a whole lot of time.
Well, you do not want to get a black flag penalty on this pit road, because it'll cost you a lap.
On top of losing
the lap you lost to begin with.
Exactly. Another thing that you don't want to do is exit the wrong pit road, or enter the wrong pit road. Again, this track has 2 pit roads.
I've seen guys make that mistake too. You enter the pit in turn 4. A lot of these guys, somebody will make a mistake. They'll enter in turn 2.
You know, one thing that I wanted to propose as a rule heading into this season for Bristol specifically is you have to enter the pits you have to enter the backstretch pits and then stay on the apron just so you can get into the pits on the front stretch, and everyone has to do that. But hey, this isn't a forum to discuss rules. It's a forum to discuss the racing that's going on the track right now.
There you go.
So let's cycle around here.
Right now, does it look like we got Filski up there struggling with some damage, and they're going to lap him?
That's
22
right.
back in the pits again.
Yep. Did we lose Shady Acres
Lando
as well?
going down low. We lost Shady, I think.
No, wait. Shady's on the racetrack still.
Okay, he's on the racetrack. Yeah.
Let me just... Yeah, Shady is on the racetrack. He's exiting turn 4 and crossing the finish line.
Hey, we got to be going on about 30 laps in this stage so far.
At least. Again, these laps just tick by so quickly. It's 16 seconds a lap, easy, in these race cars. So,
well, I'll say 17 after they've been going for 30 laps.
oh yeah.
I'm sure they're running 16.7s and 16.8s right now.
All I could say is I am so glad I'm not on the racetrack right now. I don't know if you were in this race last year, Biker, but last season I finished this race in the Xfinity Series 15 laps down.
Maybe that's why you're in the booth with me.
I was so embarrassed.
Not really, everybody. Hey, you know, that was last year. Let's, as drivers, not have to look in the rearview mirror when we're not on the track. You're in Cup this season, and you've had a real good season in Cup, in my mind.
I feel like I've been nothing more than lucky, Biker. And I tell you what, it says a lot about the competition so far this season. And I think we've had... The only driver that's won multiple times so far this season is Icy, since he won last week at Richmond. He won at Atlanta earlier this year. So we've got some pretty stiff competition so far in the Cup Series this year.
Yeah, you got what? We've had 6 races and we got 5 different winners.
I think that's right. It's either 6 races and 5 different winners, or it's 5 races and 6 different winners. Hard to keep track of sometimes.
Yeah, 5 races and 6 winners. That'll work.
So anyway, I meant 7 races and 6 winners.
Exactly. I know what you meant, man. You just, get tied
Forensic.
up sometime. Right now, here we are again, well over halfway through this race. And what I'd like to tell you about is a little bit of MynaPeach.com, one of our sponsors that sponsors us here in HDRS, Hammer Down Racing. And I'd like to give them a shout out. What happened to Lando? He just hit the infield wall.
I'm not sure if he got loose
thinking
or
about
what
pitting.
happened.
Yeah, that's terrible.
They're pitting.
Terrible thing.
They're both pitting at the same time, so Lando and Rye are in the pits now on the front stretch. I think someone else
check out Mina Peach, M-I-N-A, Peach.com, for some very unique things that you've probably never seen before, such as Harry Potter's chocolate frog candies. Go back, and if you live anywhere around Flint, Michigan, and you need a good shop to work on your car, remember Diamond Jim's Automotive Specialist.
Shady
If
Acres.
you're hungry, got your car in the shop, there's Vic's Barbecue and Pizza. Some of the best dang barbecued pizza you've ever had in your life. Enjoy yourself at Vic's for dinner anytime with the family. Thank you, everybody.
Great job there, Biker. So, Rye, as it stands right now, once everyone has cycled through the pit stops, he will be in the lead, and it looks like he may be far enough out in front of Lando. Oh, wow, that is a huge lead. I can't even see Lando as Rye goes underneath Forensic in the 22 machine. Let me see if I can...
Wow, I thought
did Forensic
was,
just...
I thought he was going to dip, but he didn't. He held it.
I can't tell if that's Lando or... Oh,
somebody just got in the Trek back there.
Yep, that's Stag
like
in
me.
the 8. So I believe that it's Trek Enterprise running in second as they would cycle around. It would be Stag in third. The 51 machine of Oh, geez, I forget his name. Uh, I'll cycle around to him really quick just to show his
Is
name
that
here.
Pro
Pro Hit
Pit?
Pace Car. Pro Hit Pace Car.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's a lap down. He was in that battle. Jim Milton didn't have a very good pit stop. He's cycling back behind Lando and Trek Enterprise.
What would you say is the distance between THC Drip and the second place car right now?
Probably half track. No, let me look back here. Yeah, I would say about a third of the track because Rye going into 3 right now.
Okay, there I seen him. Now I seen Lando for the first time on my rear view shot.
Yeah.
How far back he is. He's right there. See him?
Yep.
Okay, so
and
that's some distance to make up. You know, you wonder what happened in the pit stall because Lando was right on THC Drip's rear end when they went into the pits.
Well, Lando, I think, got into the inside wall on the backstretch there, and because of that, he had to do a little bit of damage repair. And when you repair damage at a short track like this, again, it might be just 1 second, but when you're doing 16, 17-second laps around this racetrack, that is a long time. That's a great chunk of time to eat out of your lap time there. So Rye leads by a massive margin. We'll cycle around to Lando here as he holds on to second at this time with Jim Milton in third.
Right on him, isn't he?
That's right.
Oh, Jim Milton right on him. U.S. Trek Enterprise back here is trying to get on Filski's rear end while Stagg is on U.S. Trek's. And U.S. Trek looks like he's going to try to get by Filski here on the backstretch.
Oh, little bit of argy-bargy there behind them. Stagg and I believe Pro Hit Pace Car made a little bit of contact there.
Forensic actually fell off a long ways here. I don't know if something happened to him.
Yeah, I think he's just struggling with the setup. Again, Forensic has a fast race car, but his car for the speed that he's trying to keep might be a short-run car versus... Oh, and there goes Stagg!
Stagg went into the infield.
Almost.
Yeah, it's that... Man, I'm telling you, come out of these turns and you're a little loose. You better let off the gas and feather it and hold on to it or you'll be to that infield in a hurry.
Good grief. Oh, no, there he goes that time. He's hard in the wall. Tough break for the 8 machine.
It's a tough break because they're on relaxed cautions and he's not going to get one.
Nope. So now the field starts to spread out a little bit. That's the only tough thing about...
Stagg getting back up on the track there in front of Forensic.
Yep.
Lost a lap there, I believe. As Rye's in front of him right there. Isn't Rye out there in front of these guys? Already lapped those guys?
He's coming up to Filski and Shady Acres.
Yeah, but didn't he pass these two? Forensic and
yes,
Stagg?
he did. Yes, he did.
So there you go. He put them another lap down, and now he's going to work on the guys in front of him. And we got Forensic to the inside wall, spinning out, coming out of turn 4.
Oh, Lando's around.
So it looks like that's the end of the race. Caution. It's a caution, I believe. If it is the end of the race, boy, that thing was fast, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So
no, they're going around too fast. I think that was the end of the race. Yeah, I think that was the end of the race there, Biker. So Rye, THC Drip, is your winner tonight.
There you go, man. That's exciting, man. I'm glad. I like old Rye, THC Drip. He's a good guy. Did that put Lando in second place?
Yes, that would put Lando in second place and Jim Milton in third. So
who would you like to the booth, sir?
Well, let's get all 3 of them in here. Rye, Lando, as well as Jim.
Let's see if I can accomplish that.
So good finish from these guys here. Great racing out there for all the Xfinity Series drivers. Let me look ahead to next week's race. I believe I'm gonna have to bring up Discord here. I do believe that
Pass them all to the booth, sir.
Yep, thank you very much.
Let's
I
see
do
who
believe
gets
that next
here
week's
first.
race is Daytona.
Yes, it is.
So looking.
That's going to be exciting.
Oh yeah. Part of me wishes that I could not broadcast and actually race in the race at Daytona.
It's an exciting race, huh?
Oh yeah.
You betcha.
So just waiting on our top 3 to join the booth here tonight. Fast race tonight. Got that
I'll
done
be right
in
back.
about 45
I'll be right
minutes.
back.
All right. So Lando has joined the booth with us tonight.
Man.
Hey, good run there, Lando. You had a fast car there early, won stage 2, but looks like you had a little bit of difficulty there throughout stage 3. You want to talk about that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, I may have just picked up on it really quick. I was cycling through at the time. It looked like you got into the wall coming into the pits on the backstretch there.
No, I have a twin brother. That's probably who you're thinking of.
Oh, that
Okay.
twin. Okay.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to add the other 2 to the chat. Let me get in here and see if I can get them.
All right, sounds
here.
good. Oh, there's Rye. Okay, but yeah, Lando, you had a really fast car. So
Jim Milton's already got an invite. He should
Congra-
already been in here. He is in here.
all right, so yeah, congratulations on that good run there, Lando.
Playoff points.
Yeah, Lando, you had a great run. I saw that you and THC Drip actually went into the pits there together, but the speculation is, Lando, that you might have had a little damage from hitting that inside wall.
Oh,
right
no, you're
before
thinking
the
of my twin
pits.
brother. That wasn't.
Oh, is that it? Two-faced himself? Yeah, we think you had a little bit of damage and you went in the pits and you elected to get that damage fixed, and that sent Rye on his way. Rye, congratulations, bro. THC Drip, man. What a great run you had tonight.
And it was fun. I thought me and Lando were gonna have to battle all the way to the end. I think we had pretty fairly matched cars there. I followed him for a long time because I don't know if my car would have held trying to get underneath of him to make the pass. So I was just following. And we called out we were gonna pit, and he came off of 2 and just lost it. I was like, oh.
Well, we were thinking that you were just following him because you guys had a lot more than the other guys had to offer, and you're just saving a little tires so you could go a little longer, because I didn't see you make one move on him at all.
No, my car was real loose on the bottom. At the very beginning, the first 2 or 3 laps, I could get down to that bottom and then swing up and make the passes. That late in the run, it was just better, for one, me and him both going for playoffs. And, it was just better to ride behind him to guarantee points than spin myself out. So.
Oh, no, that's because you're a veteran driver and you know better than most. And I understand exactly what you were saying. And, man, you put on a heck of a race. You got that lead late coming out of the pits, and you didn't hold back. And, again, congratulations, sir. You had a good one.
Yeah,
Man,
congratulations,
I had everything crossed. I'm sitting there going, please, no caution. I seen the 8 car kind of get loose on one of the straightaways, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? Stag's like, man, I'm barely hanging on to it.
There you go. Hey, well, Canute, I know you want to talk to Jim Milton and how he edged his way up through the whole race to end up where he got to.
That's right, Jim. You had a pretty solid run up there tonight. You weren't really anywhere to be found until the third stage there. You want to talk about your race?
Sure, Canute. I mean, it was a pretty fun race, not gonna lie, first of all. I mean, It was a pretty hard track pretty hard track to make passes and all that stuff, man. I mean, I was really stuck all the way behind, man. I mean, it's a bunch of traffic, man, bunch of bumps, and you know how it is, man.
Yeah, yeah, I know that it can be pretty difficult out there. Bristol, basically one of the toughest tracks out there, but glad to see that you had a great run out there.
Oh, yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
So,
Yeah, you guys put on a good show tonight. Really do appreciate it. Just quickly, hey, because there's things that have to be done in people's lives. This is Biker. I'm out of here living my life behind bars, gentlemen. Have a good evening.
all right. Thank you very much, Biker. And I'm going to be signing off here as well. Looking forward to next week's race at Daytona International Speedway here for the Xfinity Series. Don't forget, tomorrow night over on Big Rig 634's channel, the Cup Series for Hammer Down will be heading into Bristol Motor Speedway. And then Saturday, the Truck Series heads to Eldora. For everyone here at Hammer Down Racing, I am Canute 907. We will see you next time here on HDRS2.